on Yankee Stadium, the Cowboys can get into the playoffs in their new park. But I don't think they're going to end up playing a game at Cowboy Stadium on account of you have to win the division to end up with a home game and in the NFL. But I see the Cowboys making it, and I see the Giants making it as the division champs of the NFC East, and I see the Eagles making it. So, as far as the Redskins, they stink. Did you see their game against the Eagles Monday night?
I didn't catch it.
Oh, well, and Jim Zorn's still there. Why is he still there? I don't know, but thankfully, I'm not a Redskins fan. Thank God.
All right, now jumping over to the NFC North, a division that's beginning to show some promise and a lot of competition. With the Vikings, you got the Packers, you got the Bears, all of them with winning records. Bears at 3-3, Packers 4-2, Vikings 6-1. Pretty much the Lions are the only ones that aren't, with a winning record. So far, NFC North, it's a wide open race there, and who's going to be crossing the finish line first?
NFC South?
NFC North.
Excuse me. Still the Vikings. They had that one slip up against the Steelers, but that might not mean anything. They may have what it takes. Then again, I still feel that the Vikings, excuse me, I'm enjoying the Tootsie Roll here, but unprofessional of me. But anyway, the Cardinals, it may end up being the Vikings and the Cardinals in the meeting up in the NFC divisionals, maybe the wild card weekend. Then again, yeah, it still could end up being them. I'm trying to think. Anyway, if I think, I'm going to lose airtime. But the Vikings, to me, are one of the best teams to beat. They have Favre, they have Peterson, all day Peterson, and they have Jared Allen, they have Chester Taylor, and they have all these awesome guys. And again, I mentioned with the Steeler defense, that was the unit that won the game for us. And had it not been for Dick LeBeau and his beautiful defensive schemes, we would have lost that game. Anybody else can lose, but not the Steelers. We have the best we have the best defense in the NFL, bar none.
This is true, and they proved that when they faced the Vikings. But right now, in the AFC South, the Houston Texans, all of a sudden, they're starting to look like a team destined for the wild card. So, Rob, will Houston make the foul cut?
Give it another year.
I don't know. They look like a heavy competitor for the wild card in the AFC, but anything can happen in the NFL.
Anything can happen. Anything most certainly may happen.
And also, back to the AFC East, the Dolphins and the Bills, now suddenly flip-flop. Bills have taken the lead in third. Now the Dolphins are in last. Rob, how did this flip-flop come around by those two teams?
As the Dolphins had a little lead go down the tube against the New Orleans Saints. And not to mention their leader on defense, Jason Taylor, was sidelined in the fourth quarter, so that meant Joey Porter, of all people, had to be the leader, and he wasn't as great of a leader then as he was with the Steelers all those years with them. But hopefully the Dolphins will come along and they'll end up with a winning record and prevail. I don't know about winning the AFC South, but being at least in contention for a division for a wild card spot.
Yeah, but right now, before we end the show, there is the Wimpy Olds this Friday, today on the 30th of October. It's a pink out for all WPIAL high school football teams. I already know that Bethel Park and Woodland Hills are both having games tonight, and it's going to be a pink out. Just to name a few, but all Wimpy Old teams will be wearing pink. And for the Steelers, they have pink terrible towels, and there's a fountain outside Pittsburgh. They actually dyed it pink. So I think, they're really putting some into this. Rob, what's your compliments on the breast cancer awareness for the WPIAL?
Awesome gesture by the Whippeal, and I have to say personally, I had a aunt go home to be with the Lord peacefully before she I mean, after her long time struggle with not breast cancer but lung cancer. And it's just a great gesture that the WPIL is doing, and hopefully this will be a trend that will continue for years to come. Now, as far as the matchups are concerned, you mentioned Bethel Park and Woodland Hills. Matchups of note in terms of the last weekend, hard to believe, of regular season football in the WPIAL. One game happened last night, first of all, October 29th. AAA matchup that went to the West Allegheny Indians. They defeated Montour, and I'll give you indulge you into some interesting rivalry games, around the WPIAL. Your beloved and defending Quad A champion, WPIAL Quad A champion Bethel Park Blackhawks will be playing Baldwin, despite the fact that they played their arch rivals, the Mount Lebo Blue Devils, last week.
Yeah, but
Did they not?
I think they did. And Bowman beat St. Clair and
Upper St. Clair
and Pierce Townships. But I still think Bethel Park's going to whoop them pretty good.
Absolutely. And also sticking with the Quad A, the huge gargantuan showdown for the one of the conferences. I can't remember what it is, but I know the conference title is on the line between my sister Tamara Richardson's beloved Gateway Gators against the McKeesport Tigers and their flexbone offense. I love that offense that they have at McKeesport. George Smith, God bless you, led you to in 94 and 2005 to a Whipple state championship.
No offense, Robert, but last time, I saw McKeesport last year. They were a running team and they ran a quarterback option. I mean, that team didn't pass at all. All they did was run the ball. I mean, that only gets you so far.
Coach Smith makes you think over at McKeesport. He always makes you think. Also, the the Northern Conference, the Northern Six Conference. I can't remember what the conference, but I know huge rivals are going to score out there that have the word North in them. North Hills and North Allegheny are going to score off. And last but certainly not least, the Quad East Championship is the Big East Conference Championship of the Quad A class is on the line between the Big Red of Penn Hills and the Wolverines of Woody High. Woody High is undefeated in the conference. A win over Penn Hills tonight would not only give them their first victory over the Penn Hills Indians since 2002, but also their first conference championship to call their own since 2002. And Penn Hills is fighting for at least a share of the Big East Conference title. And depending on what happens with Pittsburgh Central Catholic, if Penn Hills suddenly upsets Woodland Hills, God forbid, we could see a three-way tie in terms of shares. And Woodland Hills may end up playing on the road in the playoffs. But I don't see this happening. I see Woody High as the better team. They have Dom Timbers, seemingly one of the best running backs Woodland Hills has ever had. And their offense has come along, and head coach George Novak has done an outstanding job with that team this year. Despite all the scrutiny he had, Mr. Novak has always had a tendency to make everyone at Woody High, the Woodland Hills School District, all look wrong. And hopefully he'll continue to do that tonight against a great Penn Hills team that made it to the Quad A semifinals 3 of the last 4 years, and hopefully they'll knock them off and be Big East champs for the first time, and conference champs for the first time since 2002, alone at the top, of course.
All right, we're done here, and wait. Oh, geez, that weird dude that was at the beginning of the show, he's back. What are you doing here, man?
What am I doing here? I want to wish everyone a very happy Halloween. A very happy trick-or-treating, and a very, very good time at whatever you're doing during the Halloween holiday. So, stick around. There's more of these shows where that came from with Nick and Bob. Tune in next time, or else. What?
Yep, there he goes again. He's ran out the door. Okay, where we're done here, and we're gonna call it quits before that weird guy comes back again. This has been the Nick and Bob Show. Game on. Peace out.